What's going on, everybody? My name is Rumble MO and welcome back to my channel. Now today's video is going to be more catered to the sports fans, those of you who enjoy sports and anime and manga, right? Those of you who enjoy Kuroko no Basket, Haikyuu, Domino Ace, and All Out, right? So this one I'm going to be telling you about is actually a football manga named Blue Lock, right? Blue Lock is created by Munyeki Kanshiro. I believe Blue Lock is going to be one of the best mangas to come out in a very long time. It's going to be up there with the Kuroko no Baskets and the Haikyuus because of the story that it tells and how it tells it. You know, just to give you a basic synopsis, it's one big training tournament arc, but done in a very dope way, right? So the story begins with Japan's elimination from the 2018 FIFA World Cup, and so the Japan Football Union decides to after so many losses, they decide to try a new program, and they decide to scout high school players and train them up for the 2022 FIFA World Cup. And how they do this by choosing 300 young strikers coming fresh out of high school. So I believe that they already graduated. They choose 300 of these young strikers, and they invite them to this prison-like setting to train them to become the world's best striker, to obviously get Japan over the hump, which they rarely ever do in the FIFA World Cup. All right, and so our main protagonist's name is Isagi Yoriichi. I hope I pronounced that right, Isagi Yoriichi, and he gets an invite to this program because in his chance to go to the nationals, he passes the ball to his teammate instead of shooting the goal for himself, and so he ended up actually losing, and his only chance to go to nationals in his high school career is over. So he gets the invite to this prison-like setting, which is also named Blue Lock, and the man behind the idea of Blue Lock, who is going to be their coach, who is going to be training them, his name is Igo Jinpachi, and his one main goal is to destroy Japan loser football. His words himself, because he feels that Japan plays loser football because they don't have that one guy who has basically that alpha mentality, the ego that I'm gonna score this goal whenever I want and nobody can stop me. Right? So that's his main goal. So out of these 300 high school strikers, and when I say strikers, that means forward. That's a position in football that basically means the person who's gonna score, who's more likely to score the ball. So out of these 300 people, he's gonna train, develop, and send some people home to find that one to become the world's greatest striker. So once inside of Blue Lock, they're put into this ranking system of once again it's 300 people inside of this prison-like setting. So they're put inside this ranking system, and this ranking systems determine basically their overall capability as a striker, and the teams that they're put on, and the food that they eat, where they sleep. This ranking system determines everything about their lives 24/7 as long as they're in there, right? And they go through a series of competitions to remain inside of Blue Lock, which is kind of funny because it's a prison-like setting, so they don't get to go home unless they get kicked out, which is kind of reverse-like, right? It's really kind of funny. But Yuichi himself, our main protagonist, he's generally a relaxed and calm person and tries to avoid conflict, which in doing that brings conflict to himself. You know, so he's really I wouldn't say timid, but he's just a regular person who enjoys soccer, and this is his last chance to possibly play soccer and join the FIFA national team, which in about 4 years in 2022. So this is his last chance. Now, he is a relaxed person, but once he steps onto the field, it's like he becomes a totally different dude. And remind you, there's 300 people here. So there's many types of characters, many types of personalities, many types of play styles. And while he's in there, Yuichi learns more about himself after watching all these people, because obviously there are 300 people in there, but he's not the best one. He's far from the best. So he learns from everyone in there, right? He learns how to improve his own game. He even steals some techniques from other people to improve himself. And like you'll see that once you get into it. The reason that I feel like Blue Lock is gonna be up there with the Kuroko no Baskets and the Haikyus is because they give you a nice middle ground between actual super powered up abilities and actual realism. You know, it's not too overpowered. It's not too, I would say, realistic. It gives you a nice middle ground. And the reason I say this is because our main character Yuichi, he has one of his abilities is named Direct Shot, and this ability basically means that once he gets in front of the goal, 90 to 95% of the time he's gonna make the goal, and he gives it a name because that ability is so effective, not because it's a super powered up ability. It's just because it is effective and it's something that he's able to do, something that he's good at, you know. And these abilities that they use, they're actual abilities that people have in real life. They're actually skills that people train to actually get good at, you know what I'm saying? Like you might actually see this in an actual soccer match in real life TV if you go on to watch it. And not only that, it's because, like I said, there are 300 characters in here, and the side characters that are more so around the main character in the anime and Yuichi, like you start to understand why they accepted coming into Blue Lock, why they accepted basically to stay in a prison-like system 24/7 to become the world's best striker. Because some people have families that they have to take care of, and some people have other responsibilities that they just don't want to do. They just love soccer, and that's the thing that they want to do. So if they can't succeed in Blue Lock, they really don't know where their lives are going to go. And you learn that, and you see that throughout the story. It's not just, oh, it's a sports anime, so it's only about, you know what I'm saying, the soccer, and like that. It's not it. They actually go into depth with the side characters and your main character and see their motivation behind doing the things that they do. And that's why I feel like, that's why I'm kind of upset that it's kind of underrated, but not because it's not good. It's just underrated because it's a sports manga and not just, you know what I'm saying, a regular shonen. That's how I feel. And my rating of it, out of 5, I give it 5 out of 5 because I feel like it knows, well, the author knows what he's trying to do, and he does it successfully. You know, he's not trying to be the Haikyuu, even though Haikyuu actually does wonderful numbers in Shonen Jump, but I don't feel that he's trying to be Haikyuu. You know, I don't feel like he's trying to be Kuroko no Basket. That's why I said it's a nice middle ground. And I'm rambling on again. But hopefully after this review, it makes you want to go and check it out. I would say if you want to read it, you can go on Kiss Manga, I think, or you can find a manga app. I read mine on apps, and I order off Amazon and stuff like that. If you want to just read it, but I hope that you do. I hope that you enjoy it as much as I do, and I'm gonna get out y'all face because I've been talking long enough. So I'm Rambling Mo. Please like and subscribe. The more that you like, the more that people are going to see it, and the more people that can come and join and see what we talk about over here. So I'm Rambling Mo, and I'm out.